right, welcome to Power by Paul, episode, I don't know, but we're excited. As with me, as always, is the Braden. Braden and I just got back from King of the Hammers this year. Braden's first time, my first time in about 20 years, and we learned a lot, mostly that we are really excited to go back for next year. Today we received our care package from Bohemoth. I know that you guys have heard that we've been working with them. They've stepped up and helped us out with some sponsorship and some innovative engineering, helping us chase an idea that we've had for EV, that we are looking to rotate the earth, and I think we're one step closer now. As you guys saw before, if my camera person will roll around this way, we've got our billet Dana 30 differential they built for us. We've adapted it with our lunar lander cage built that we built for it, that mounts it to the back of the car, which is going to extend our wheelbase 9 inches, along with our front end that will go another 4 forward and 6 out. But the great thing about this is, instead of the transaxle setup we were running before with the factory Echo setup, this will enable us to do gear changes, bearing changes, etc., and they're all off-the-shelf parts. So you can call up Summit, you can do anything you want, endless gear combinations. And then we've got some top secret stuff still being developed that is coming down the pike. But as of this, they have taken our factory Dana 30 pinion gear, and over the phone, Bohemoth and I spent truly hours going over my design, and spending time with a mic and tape measures and pictures and FaceTime. And they took the time to sit with me and figure this out and make sure it was right. And it showed up today, and the workmanship is absolutely stellar. The time frame, they shipped it 2 days ago. I've got it in my hand today, and we'll be testing by tomorrow. So, but what we have done is we've modified this now to fit the Cascadia motor that comes in the Echo from the factory. Originally, the Cascadia motor was a transaxle setup. We have done what rednecks do, and we have taken a sawzall and a grinder and a bandsaw to that thing and cut the transaxle off it, and stripped it down to just the motor. We had another motor manufacturer in line that fell through, and we decided we will use what we know. And this motor has proved itself damn near bulletproof. It makes lots of power, even more torque, and we have beat the living dog snot out of this motor, and it continues to live. The power is unbelievable, so why not stick with the platform that we have? Gosh, 12,000 miles and hundreds of hours in R&D. So we've decided to use this, but we've set it up now where with the Dana 30, originally we had our 2 bearings that were held in with a snap ring, and we just weren't confident with the amount of torque that we were going to make, and what we were going to put the car through with the long jumps and stuff that we're doing, that the snap ring was going to be adequate. So I had them thread this shaft. They custom built me a nut with a set screw that now will work in lieu of that snap ring, and we will no longer have a crush sleeve, and this will directly go into the billet diff. And then they've machined an adapter for me that will line up our motor and an original bearing carrier and the snout of the differential, which will take care of any alignment issues we have. It's got a built-in seal that we'll be able to install, and the fit is absolutely phenomenal. It's perfect. So for them to do this over the phone, and for them to do it literally, they manufactured all of this in 1 day. And I've never had service and communication and follow through with any company in the 35 or 40 years I've been doing this that has been as good as Behemoth's been to us so far. So I'm really excited for what's next. We can't tell you yet, but it is coming, and it is going to rock the world. And this is going to be exciting to test. I think we're going to see top speeds of the car with a 50% gain over what the car does now. Along with the ease of being able to work on it, where before, what would we say, probably 2 hours, 3 hours to get the differential out for service, and that's not taking it apart.
Yeah, just to pull the case and get the gears out. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we've done is we've gone from that to now having the differential out of the car in less than 10 minutes, and we can do a gear swap in less than 30. So our serviceability has gone through the roof. Our strength has obviously gone through the roof. Dana 30 is a proven platform. Everybody runs it. Everybody's got gears for it. We're going to run a locker in this one. So I have the option to set it up to be posi for the dirt and drifting that we do. We can do limited slip or interlocking locker for road racing, and then we have obviously endless gear opportunities, and not having to do it through tire changes like we were before. We can't quite get as deep as the gear ratio we had with the transaxle setup, but we have got a way to fix it. And like I said, what's coming down the pike is pretty hot. So if you guys stick around for a little bit, we're going to do some assembly here. We're going to go through the gear setup process. You get to watch us do that, and then we'll install the differential on the car and mock up the motor to it. And then tomorrow we'll get on the plasma table, cut some adapter plates, and make sure this thing's ready to go. We've redesigned the battery configuration on the car from the original Sierra design. It was a little scary at first to change anything that Sierra's done because their work is so stellar. What we've put this car through, this is our R&D car, and this car, not only have we beat the living daylights out of it, but before I got it, it had tracks on it. It had been, I think it had been upside down. It had been everywhere. This car has really been beat. So, and then what we've put it through, I would figure there isn't a car on the market anywhere that will live through it. I know there's not a side-by-side that would do it that we've done with this car. We've destroyed side-by-sides. We've destroyed full-size cars. We've destroyed everything but a tank. And this thing has been great. So to change anything that they've done has been a little bit nerve-wracking, but I think that we've come up with the right idea, executed it with the precision that we like to build with, that's reliable. And of course, I'm going to get in this car, and I'm not a spring chicken, so I can't afford to get hurt. I can't afford to let somebody else get in and get hurt, and we don't show up if we don't plan to win. So we've put a combination together that we feel will do that. Braden's a great mechanic. He's developing his fabrication skills by the day, and he's unbelievably good with instinct. And there are times that he sees things that I don't, which doesn't happen very often, but Braden's he's invaluable to what we're doing right now. So I'm excited to go through this build with him, and I'm going to have him give you some insight into King of Hammers, what it was, while I work a little bit here for this year, the things that we saw that excited us, and he's going to give you an idea of a couple of builds that we've got coming that we will show up next year with. It looks like we're bringing, what, 8 or 10 cars probably? Or 8 or 10 vehicles?
Yeah, if we don't sell them before we get there.
If we don't sell them before we get there.
Or trade them for something else.
Yeah, we're always up for trading and building. We've got custom builds for Sierra clients now that we're building. And then we've got some great ideas where we're going to have the Sierra come in several different iterations. From long jump to a full-blown four-wheel drive solid axle crawler, and it will be in a Sierra chassis and all bolt-in changes. So you can take your Sierra car the way it sits, and you will be able to buy this kit from us through our new Sierra One program, and you can do anything that we're doing with this car with nothing more than hand tools. So we will be able to sell everything ready to go, cut, laser cut, prepped, powder coated if you want. And you'll be able to do everything from what we're doing today to our crawler setup that's got solid axles and 40 inches of travel on a 44-inch tire or more. So Braden's going to cover up some ideas that we ran into out there and some of the things we got coming in the future over the next year. And I'm going to start working on this diff a little bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, Braden Wynn, the master.
So we've got a couple projects that we're planning on bringing so far. You want the whole shot?
Yeah, go ahead and just grease that one.
One of which is a 7.3 OBS. We're wanting to do more of a, probably, what do you think? We're going to go more pre-runner or more trophy?
I would say more pre-runner. We've got so many people that we take. Usability is paramount to us. The big thing that we do at Power by Paul that's probably what people enjoy the most is we're known for meeting somebody on a Friday and taking them racing or taking them on our next adventure on Saturday. We love taking people to experience new things. We love taking a crowd and being able to take somebody out to experience the mountains or nighttime adventures or whatever's going on in the day is as exciting for us as doing the racing. So I would say probably pre-runner, that we can put some seats in and straps and get people in, take them out, get rough with it, and let them enjoy the experience with us. And then we'll obviously bring our full-blown race cars to teach lessons with, and we'll start just calling those the professors. But I would say pre-runner is probably our best bet.
Yeah, we talked about bringing ice out this year with the paddles on it to run it in the sand. we've got that Blazer,
Yep.
the S10 Blazer that we're going to build. It'll be a drag build, but we plan on having 4 full harness bucket seats with a full cage through the whole SUV, and having it to where we can bring up to 3 passengers with Paul driving out on the drag strip.
Yep.
But on the flip side, this year with the Blazer, we could bring it out to King of Hammers and go do some where was over by where Paul was jumping his truck, the dunes out there.
Yep, on the west side.
It'd be pretty fun to take it out there and give some people some rides.
Right. And it's the last year of the square body S10 style
Yep.
small Blazer, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the last one.
So it's the last year of the square bodies. We're not sure of the power plant yet. We've gone from Coyote to LS to who knows what else.
I think we just make everybody mad and put an old small block Ford in it.
Yeah, that could happen too.
Everybody likes to put their Chevy motors in our Ford, so we
Yep.
might as well put a Ford motor in their Chevy.
Yep. And I've got, I mean, anyone who's followed me for years knows I've got several records with small block Ford. We're no stranger to them, and of course an LS is just a glorified small block Ford anyway. So it's not a big deal to do that, but we want something that's reliable, makes enough power to make anybody nervous, and then I can just about make anybody piss themselves in the passenger seat of anything I drive. So we'll have our sidecars for these cars, and those are always great. But I think having something that's a full body with a cage that we can go out and really get wild in, and maybe do a nitrous setup where we leave on 400 or 500 horse worth of nitrous off a trans brake and an all-wheel drive truck on paddles, it should be pretty wild. So the S10 is definitely going to happen. The OBS is going to be cool. They've become so popular lately.
Yeah.
And Braden's really good at finding the deals. He's really good at putting the deals together and then coming up with the ideas where that's not really my strong suit. So I've been very blessed to have him come along and give me a hand putting these ideas together and coming up with what we need to build next. Because as you guys know, I'm a drag racer. I wasn't an EV guy until we ran across Sierra. And the things that Braden comes up with, I get so excited about because they're well out of the realm of what I would normally do. So, so we've got the OBS, we've got the S10, we've got a Sierra car that we're going to build that'll be a factory chassis, and it'll have a bolt-on Dana 30 front and Dana 40 rear solid axle diff. And we're looking to do a triangulated 4-link in the front and the back.
I think we take the Busa out on tracks this year.
Yeah, and we can do that too. We put tracks on a Hayabusa car. The problem we've run into with the Hayabusa is getting the gear ratio low enough to not eat clutches. Obviously, it's a street bike motor. It's not designed to be in something that heavy. And the tire height on a Sierra car is about what a motorcycle is. So we just can't get it quite deep enough. So if we do something,
I gotta get something that
with a track, we have an option
that
to do gear reduction and really make it an animal, because that car is so much fun. And of course the history in that car with Ken having driven it before he passed, it's emotional just getting in the seat every time we do. And it's an honor to be a part of it, and it's been part of the package that's come along with being with Sierra. And we get the opportunity to meet and deal with some of the greatest people. That was probably for me the greatest part of King of Hammers this year, was the option to meet people that we normally wouldn't meet. And it's amazing how regular everybody was, and how we were all so overwhelmed in the beginning. And you could sit around the fire pit at night in the Optima Batteries Oasis that Optima was kind enough to bring us on and give us a spot in there, which was amazing. But then we get to sit with some of the best athletes in the world and just talk race cars, talk life, talk sponsorship deals, we talked paint and art. It was just crazy the things we got to do. We talked mud puddles with somebody
at 70 miles an hour.
At 70 miles an hour in the middle of the night. And we determined how much a Sierra car will take as far as dirt and water goes. So we're gonna need to put something underneath this to block that gear up.
That's also gonna get bigger diameter.
So, but for me, meeting the people that we met, and then obviously Craig Coker's been so good to us. He originally gave us the introduction with Optima, and vouch for us with Optima that we're a legit team who are going to put in the work, and we will represent them as long as they're willing to have us, and we're gonna do some exciting things. We've got some big things coming in September this year that are different than anyone would expect from a Sierra car, and we've already been told we can't make it happen, which means that it's absolutely going to happen or I'm going to die trying. So what else we got coming? We got that. We got the OBS, the S10, which will be a drag setup, and then
deep enough to go.
I don't know. It's probably gonna be taller than that. Maybe 10 inches tall, 8 inches tall.
Okay.
Even just a block of wood probably work.
Yeah.
That's 6x6 right there. I'll probably go in it.
As far as that we're going to take out and destroy at King of Hammers, I don't know that we have too many more that we want to do that with.
Right.
But we have the
There we go.
we have the SEMA builds we're talking about.
We do.
Which would be Jesse's Duramax, possibly the
Jesse's one of our fab guys, and also is Braden's youngest brother, or not youngest, middle brother.
Yeah.
But he's a good kid. He's a great fabricator. He's eager to learn. Good work ethic, and we're excited to have him grow with us. But he's another one who's got great ideas, and we've been very lucky to have him willing to take the time to invest. Grab 2 short 2x4s, please.
Okay.
Jamie, yeah, just 2 short little squares. Yeah, there you go. But Jesse's going to start helping us with some chassis builds, hopefully here coming up soon, and then some of the ideas that we've got coming with our equipment we've currently got is going to get better and better with his ability and our ability to just put him on that, and he will live that world for a little while. And I am going to figure out how to do this because this is getting out of hand.
Got one more block on it.
I think so, maybe. This is the fun part that most people don't get to see of what we do, which is figure out how to make this stuff all go together once we come up with the crazy ideas to build it. So,
With our redneck ways.
yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, so part of fabrication is they don't always have tools for what we need, and we more often than not end up building tools for projects that we've got going. Not only for the ability to put it together, we build something for the ease of use in the field. And here with this length of this shaft and the size nut that we have and the area that we have to get the socket on, we didn't have it. So here we are going to build a socket that will be deep enough to go around the shaft and give us an extension and some room to get an impact on it and get the correct torque. So y'all can stick around, see if you can watch some welding through the camera, and we're gonna get this thing built and finish, get this put together. Can you hold it?
Yeah, that should do.
All right. Give me 90 degrees, or just flip it over. That'll work. Okay. Okay, flip it back. Right there. All right.
I would say no Bradens were burned in the making of this production, but that would be a lie.
All right, there's a look at some of our weld. I think that'll hold just fine for what we need it to do. So we'll temper that, get it in some cool water, and finish up this assembly and see if we can't make a mess. You guys will find through our videos that a lot of times we won't have the best tools publicly that a lot of people claim, and what we've found is that money is much better spent on our projects, on quality parts to keep us safe and keep us alive, than saying we have brand names. But the tools that we use, it's been amazing. Even with Harbor Freight, and then Icon brand that they present now is just phenomenal. We haven't broke a tool in 30 years of using Snap-on. I've probably broke more tools than I have my Icon stuff, and the quality seems to be just as good. The fit and finish is good, and their warranty is great. So we try to utilize that as much as we can. And like I said, it just leaves us money for the builds and to get parts that make us faster, safer, and better than the competition. So, and with all the traveling that we do, so much of our tools are used in the dirt in the field and loaned out, and we're the first ones to loan stuff out in a time of need if there's another racer in need or something like that. So we pride ourselves on being able to help anywhere we can. So that's our titanium welder that's actually been really, really good to us. I've had that welder now a couple of years, and it's been phenomenal. So
Still a little warm.
A little warm? It'll be all right. Looks like we need that 3/4 adapter for that. If you'll grab that. I think I put it back in the box.
All right. I think that's what we had made up.
Oh yeah, we'll stack it after. Sounds great. Okay. Got it right there. You squeeze that. Squeeze the socket so the impact will. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna give that a turn. Yeah, it's still pretty warm. I would say that that's probably just a scotch tight. Let's give that a turn.
Still a little tight.
Still just a scotch tight. Now I can't tell if it's the grease or my socket. I'd say it's starting to come off a little bit more. No, we're definitely loose there. Let's see how it feels.
They're sloppy.
Right down. Turn.
That feels good.
Pretty good drag right there?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so fabricated tool now will go in the Sierra Racing box. We'll keep that with us, and I'm sure we'll find a reason to use it. So we've got plans for this car for this year. We're gonna do some long jump stuff that we've been invited to do with some trophy trucks and trucks that are solely built for long jumps. We've been 240 feet in the car now, and our goal is to go 300. So we're looking for later this year to achieve the 300 foot mark. And so we've got to have a suspension and setup that will take that, and then we road race the car. We have suspension setups where the car is set down like an Indy car, and then we'll do drift competitions where the car is set up pretty neutral, where we could add jumps into the setup. We can do hard tire drifting, gravel drifting, dirt drifting, and the car, especially a little bit longer, it drifts like a surgeon. It really is. It's a precision-driven vehicle. And like I've said from day one, pound for pound, this is the most capable race car I've ever been in. We can show up to just about any event and unload it, make the changes that we need for that style of racing and be competitive. We've set the record at many, many tracks we've been to, on-road tracks, off-road tracks, dirt oval. The car has just been phenomenal. So as we make progress in our team and our ability, it's going to showcase through our lap times, through our race wins, etc. And we're looking to start a couple series for Sierra as well, where it'll be nothing but Sierra cars that race against each other, whether it be a Hayabusa platform or a ZX13 or electric or whatever we decide to do. We got a couple hybrid possibilities coming out, 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. But we don't show up to lose, whether it be street racing. We've street raced this car, or actually our other car. We've straight raced 3 times in the last month and a half, and it's been competitive in small tire races with some of the baddest small tire cars on the planet. We by no means are embarrassed or ashamed, and it never ceases to amaze whoever sees the car go. So we're excited to see what comes along that way, but we were also excited to develop this program with what we've got going now, and this car is going to get its use this year. So we're plugging away with this and going to see if we can't get this thing put together and turn some heads some more. So
Hand me your blocks and we can flip this thing over when you're ready.
I'm going to set this in here, which that'll center up, but we're going to set this seal in. So if you want to install that seal and give me about a 1/4 inch depth on that, we'll install it that way.
Okay. You want to inset?
Yeah, inset is about a 1/4 inch, yeah. Okay. And then I'll get the rear set ready. And again, Bohemoth was so good with this development, this design, that this system goes together with so little work and so little effort. You know, the shims are just about non-existent, and being built of aluminum and the design that it is, it's extremely strong. And then again, with our locker or posi or spool or whatever we decide to use, we have the ability to build something that's just amazing one way or the other with very, very little effort. And they left so little work for us to do here in the field that they put in their shop in such short order. It's just been amazing. It's been very, very nice. So we're really excited to get this done and running and into testing. And we've got some big races coming up we need to be ready for. Nonetheless, we've got sponsors, of course. Sierra Cars, Optima Batteries has helped us out. Behemoth, of course, is definitely helping us with this one. We've got a lubricant additive company that's helped us out as well. Let's see, who else we got right now? Toyo Tires is coming on board this year for our Electrify Expo series. We've been fortunate enough to be invited to the Electrify Expo series, which is primarily just electrical vehicles, from
Real motors,
from scooters to, of course, our cars. They're doing competition X style dirt bike jumps. Real Motors is coming on board with us with an electric motorcycle platform that we're going to start doing some R&D with for them, and we'll be an authorized sales station for them as well, where we can do demonstrations with the cars. We'll be able to deliver them turnkey, ready to go, along with our Sierra platforms and whatever designs we have to do. And then also we've talked to them about possibly putting a 4-wheeler together that's electric, which I am extremely excited about, because although my youngest son races dirt bikes, I believe with age comes the cage, and I'm an old man, and I am definitely much more happy in a roll cage. So
yeah, those
the caps are up here, and then we've got markings on the cover here. These line up there, and those line up there. And then, Solar Scooters ended up a wild deal at King of the Hammers. We made so many new contacts and new friends. Through another contact, Sarah that was there, who Solar Scooters had offered her the scooters to test for the week. We ended up getting a few days with them ourselves, and they are absolutely phenomenal crossbred bikes. They're great for a beach cruiser, and they'll run close to 80 miles an hour with my fat butt on them in the dirt and the sand. They make power like a dirt bike, they ride like a dirt bike, yet they're unbelievably competitive in a rough environment, and then they're extremely comfortable. 75 to 80 miles of runtime on a charge. They're quiet. They have a belt drive unit that's damn near silent. But they're gonna give us a couple of bikes to take to Electrify this year and showcase for them as well. So our goal for this year is to put an entire electric program together where when we travel, we keep several vehicles with us, and we can pretty much whet anybody's appetite with anything they're interested in. And we want to continue to do that. I've got an original 1985 Honda ATC that we're looking at doing a electric upgrade on as well. So we got some cool stuff coming. Hey Braden, will you grab me that torque wrench, please?
Yep. It's in your box.
Yeah, it should be second drawer up from the bottom.
That's right.
There you go. Just
Go that half inch?
the needle. Yeah, half-inch needle drive. This torque wrench is a legend around this shop. One of my mentors growing up in Southern California was a gentleman named Ted Granger, who Ted's still around, and his son is Lunchbox or Lunchy from Southern California. He's kind of the big chief of Southern California, and Ted Granger gave me this torque wrench when I was probably 16 years old, and it has built probably close to 1,000 engines. We check it yearly, and it stays accurate. It's been as good as any of the $1,000 wrenches that are out there, and it's an honor for me to be able to use it coming from Ted. He taught me a lot about cars and a lot about doing that the right way rather than just the quick way. So every time I touch it, I get to think a little bit about Ted and